this thing started off right. Apparently I can't click nothing. Hold on, y'all. Check, check, check. Alright, that's good. What's up? Good to be back for another day. I'm your host, Dan F. Man. This is another episode of Expansion Pack. I'm trying to get all my stuff back in here. I've been dealing with some y'all call me right when y'all know not to call me. I've been dealing with some technical issues lately, so bear with me. I've been having to keep redoing my layout over and over and over and over and over again. So it's annoying. Alright. Hope everybody is doing well today. I am as well. Let me get my camera in here. I guess this was just good practice. Y'all get to witness the magic happen. And my timer is gone. I believe I was at 11 hours. Or no, I was at 12. Because I did that last hour. Alright, that's that. Now let me get my now playing box in here. Hey, 4 viewers, that's what's up. Glad y'all in here with me. I'm just getting tightened up. Doc my pay for the time that y'all missing. Hey, what's up, E? I smell like what? Sorry. Almost got it, y'all. There we go. And we're back. What you need, son? It's in the bed. Ain't no telling if it's charged, though. Alright. And we in the game. So, welcome to another episode of Expansion Pack. I'm your host, Dan F. Man. It's nice to see y'all again. Nice to be in here with y'all again. Is it dead? Huh? How much you got? 8. Oh, man. Here. It's okay. He's got 11. Why don't you go fix it, let it charge, and go get yourself something to eat? Alright, today we are talking about being wealthy. Turn this light on and turn the ceiling fan on. We're talking about being wealthy. Is that off? Now, no, I I say turn the light on. Focus, son. Focus. Turn the big lamp on. There we go. I'm in there. Alright. We're just gonna go dive right into it. And what you'll find is that being wealthy is not gonna just be money oriented. Of course, we could always put it that way, or make it that way and shape it that way, but balance is a thing. It's a very real thing. Not just be. And so, what's all the money in the world without family or friends or somebody to share it with? So we want to be all around wealthy here today. Hey, what's good? Oh, what's good? Zanita67. I had to hop over here to the DGTA page to be able to see y'all chats. I don't have it pulled up right here in front of me. So let's dive into this thing. Being wealthy. I don't want to talk about being wealthy myself just yet. Let's see what the Bible says. I don't want nothing too long. Alright, let's go.
The Bible contains over 2,000 verses on money, and most of those are still extremely relevant today. It actually has specifics on how much you should save, and even in the end of this video, exactly how much to invest, even investing strategies. It's kind of crazy. The 20% rule. So this is in a few different places, but we're going to focus on one. In the story of Joseph in the Bible, he interprets a dream for the king in which there's going to be 7 years of plenty followed by 7 years of famine. And to prepare for that, he recommends that they put away 1/5 of everything that they gain every single year for those 7 years of plenty. And by doing that, they ended up having enough stored so that they could get through the 7 years of famine and actually really prosper as a nation. So that's actually like a great savings rate, a great idea, a great way to start up an emergency fund, because there are times where you're going through an amazing time in the market, and then there's times when there's economic crashes and people get into debt. So having a 20% savings rate is an amazing place to start off. It even fits into the 50-30-20 rule that we still use today and is super popular. Become a minimalist. That's right. So it doesn't exactly say minimalism, but you get the idea. The Bible talks a lot about being careful about being greedy of what other people have. But it also says that a person's true life is not made up of the things he owns, no matter how rich he may be. So in a few different places, we see that how much money you have does not correlate to happiness. It doesn't give you self-worth. You can't really take it with you, although you can send it ahead. So by not being greedy and realizing that how much money or stuff that you have doesn't really matter, we get kind of these principles of minimalism and frugal living, where you're not just trying to build up as much money as humanly possible, or as much stuff and fancy cars and just trying to chase the promotion and more stuff. Instead, we should be content with what we have. We shouldn't constantly be caught up in this whirlwind of consumerism. Even though enjoying your life and having money is not a bad thing, investing and being rich is not a bad thing, which we'll talk about later in this video. If that's like all you care about and that's what you get your sense of self-worth in, then that's not going to lead to a happy and fulfilled life. Another thing that can ruin your life is debt. I think we all know that debt is bad, even though there are certain circumstances where it makes sense and it can be a good thing. The Bible says that the borrower will be a slave to the lender, and that's literally what we're seeing right now. When there's high interest consumer debt, there's payday loans, people buying stuff that they can't afford, and then they have to go to work in order to pay for that stuff that's completely like destroying their lives. You got like 30% interest going on this, and they're literally becoming a slave. They're trading their life for stuff. So we need to absolutely avoid any type of high interest consumer debt. it'll ruin your life. But something that won't ruin your life is this channel, hopefully. So if you're getting any value out of this and want to support me, don't forget to subscribe. We're also giving away $1,000 to somebody who subscribes before we hit 500,000, hopefully by the end of the year. So don't forget to subscribe. If you want money, you're gonna have to work for it. A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest. And poverty will come on you like a robber and want like an armed man. The Bible talks a lot about being lazy, and that is not a good thing. It talks about somebody's being too lazy to actually take their hand out of the dish and feed themselves. And the same applies to money. In fact, I would say that like nobody is truly wealthy, at least financially, without putting in the work for it. Because even if you win the lottery or you inherit it, you're not gonna build a lot of the principles around money, and it's not gonna really feel the same or be as satisfying as when you put in the work and you look back at your hard day's work and you have something to show for it. That's how you build character, by going through hard things. And being wealthy is not just monetarily, it's health, it's relationships, it's understanding how to have money work for you. So if you want any of those things, if you want to create a business, to move up in your job, to get past this level where you are right now of maybe debt and living paycheck to paycheck, it's gonna take hard work, either learning things that will make you more money or actually physically working harder to make more money. And I think we were actually made for work. That's why a lot of people have a hard time in retirement. There's a stat that you will actually die earlier if you retire early, and that's because we lose a lot of our purpose, a lot of our sense of self, our sense of accomplishment. So for me, I used to have this goal of retiring when I'm 30, but now I don't actually think that will be the goal. I still want to have freedom to spend time with my family and not be working 24/7, but I always want to have something that I can work on and produce, because that's what I feel like I was made for. Now on that note, it also talks about hard work bringing riches, and saying that it's not actually bad to be rich. In the next couple of points, we'll talk about earning more money and different ways of investing. But I feel like a lot of people think that it's bad to be rich, or if you're rich, you just took advantage of somebody, or you're cheating the system somehow. But it is not a bad thing to work hard, what we were designed for, and then reap the rewards of that hard work. Diversify your portfolio. I know what you're thinking, Gabe, that's not in the Bible. It is in there. I'm not crazy. My mother had me test it. Divide your portion into 7 or even 8, for you do not know what misfortune may occur on the earth. For that seems pretty clear that it's telling you to be smart about managing your money. It's telling you to diversify your portfolio. Don't just have everything in real estate. Don't just have everything in stock. Don't just have everything in Apple. It's important to be good stewards of your money, not be gambling on stuff, trying to get rich quick. This is something that I actually need to work on. I'm mostly in real estate right now. I do have some stocks, but I am trying to balance out my portfolio a little bit, because it's still true today. You don't know when there's going to be a giant housing crash. You don't know when the stock market's going to drop 50%. We don't know what the future is, and therefore we shouldn't keep all of our eggs in one basket. It's important to diversify. All right, so before we get into what I think is the most important one, we got a couple that kind of go together here. Don't love money. We've all heard that money is the root of all evil, but that's not actually how.
Are you looking to establish your business using an address other than your home? Wish you had a professional business address and phone number instead of your home address?
How it goes, it is the love of money that is the root of all evil. Money in itself is not a bad thing. It's currency. It's what the world has operated on since like forever, but it is the love of money. It's having it become the most important thing of your life. It's when you care about that more than spending time with your family, more than your relationships, more than your faith. If that's all that you're thinking about, that will inevitably kind of ruin your life. You see people all over the world that have millions of dollars and they're depressed, they're suicidal, they're overdosing, and you think that they have everything they could ever want, but it's because all they care about is money and themselves, and that is not how you have a good life. That's how you ruin your life. And we know it's not bad to have money because it also says that you should leave an inheritance for your children. And you can't leave an inheritance for your children if you have no money and you're donating everything that you have. Like, it's good to donate. There's like a billion places in the Bible where it talks about giving to the poor, giving to the needy, taking care of your family, giving back, because a lot of us are just so incredibly blessed. But it also says that we should be investing and then saving up so that we can give our kids some money. That's a biblical principle. That's literally something that it says in the Bible. And it also says his children's children. That's generational wealth. That's saying that it is not a bad thing. It's actually a good man who builds up a company that is big enough, or money that is big enough, that his family is set for the future. What should you ask for? There's a story in the Bible where Solomon is dreaming. He's in this dream state, and God comes to him and asks, what do you want? Do you want wealth? Do you want kingdoms? What do you want? Ask me and I'll give it to you. But Solomon didn't do what probably most of us would do and ask for riches, ask for kingdoms, ask for a Tesla or $1 million. He asked for wisdom. And through that wisdom, he gained kingdoms, he gained wealth. And that's what we should really be seeking. We should be seeking wisdom, because at least for me, the more that I have learned from these different books, and even through devotions and church, as I've learned more stuff, I've learned things that have built me more wealth. It's increased my relationships, improved my family situation, improved my finances a ton. So wisdom is a lifelong journey. It's something we should all be striving for. And the wiser you are, generally the wealthier you will become, if that's something that you're trying to become wise in. And a very wise decision would be to subscribe to this channel, because it is free and it hopefully has good information. I hope you liked this video. I thought it was really cool. So subscribe.
That's my man's right there. I like how he brought that around. What's up, Dan? What was it?
Proverbs is fire. All of God's word is fire, okay? But check this out. I want to read you guys 2 verses. Proverbs chapter 22, verse 1 says, choose a good reputation over great riches. Being held in high esteem is better than silver or gold. Choose a good reputation over great riches. Okay, choose a good reputation over great riches. A good name is worth more than being famous, right? A good reputation is worth more than having great wealth. It's interesting, isn't it? A good name is worth more than having great wealth. And if we keep reading through this is so interesting. He goes on, verse 3 is he says, a prudent person sees danger and what? A prudent person sees danger and takes precautions. The simpleton goes blindly on and suffers the consequences. There's so much good stuff, but I want to take us to verse 13, because verse 13 is amazing. Check this out. It says, the lazy person claims there's a lion out there. If I go outside, I might.
We have someone who wants to be president who has consistently attempted to use race to divide. And I think the American people want better than that, want better than this.
Commercial.
Not making a
Another commercial. We like the commercials. The commercials.
The lazy person claims there's a lion out there. If I go outside, I might be. My commentary here in the Life Application Bibles is heat. It says, this Proverbs refers to an excuse a lazy person might use to avoid going to work. The excuse sounds silly to us, but that's often how our excuses sound to others. Don't rationalize laziness. Take your responsibilities seriously and get to work. Okay, don't you rationalize laziness, because your laziness sounds like excuses to other people. I hear people all the time. Well, I'm in this struggle. I'm having this issue. I'm stuck here. I'm stuck there. All these things, right? And we go, okay, well, do X, Y, and Z. I was in your shoes once. Here's X, Y, and Z. There's a practical solution to change your situation. And then an excuse is dropped. And that excuse sounds the equivalent like this verse right here. There's a lion out there. If I go outside, I might get killed. What are you talking about? A lion? What? You're just saying stuff. You're just making stuff up, right? So don't make excuses. Don't rationalize your laziness. Take your responsibilities seriously. Why? Well, this is why. Check this out. This is the way this chapter ends is arguably one of my favorite verses. All right? Proverbs chapter 22, verse 29, it says, do you see any truly competent workers? They will serve kings rather than working for ordinary people. Don't make excuses. Don't be lazy. Don't be saying goofy stuff like, I can't go to work because I need a mental health day. I can't go to work because there's a lion outside. I can't go outside because fill in a blank, right? Why? Well, because if you see anyone that's truly competent at their work, they're going to serve kings rather than working for ordinary people. Hey, you want to see something kind of crazy? Right. Over 75% of the people that watch this channel are not.
Right. Yeah, I know they not. Let's see what just they have to say, period, about being wealthy.
Tony is going to start off this hour in New York City. Hi, Tony. Welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show.
What's up, Dave? What's up, John? How are you guys?
Great, man. How can we help?
Yeah, so I'm a 22-year-old college senior. I got 1 year left. I have no debt. My mom paid cash for the school, so I'm good.
Wow.
I had a job back in March, but I lost it because of COVID. And so I just decided to sign up for unemployment because all of my friends were kind of doing it. And I ended up getting about $18,000 from unemployment. I'm guessing that's free money. I don't know if it's taxable. Actually, they took out taxes. And so I was wondering, like, what's like the best way for me to go so that I can basically like be financially free or like wealthy, like how you call it? Because I just found you like a day yesterday, actually.
Oh my goodness. Well done, sir. So, what is your degree in? Going to be in?
So I'm studying finance.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and the job that you had lined up was for after you completed your degree?
No, it was just a job just for income, for money.
Oh, I see. Okay, and you graduate when now?
I graduated in 2 semesters.
So this time next year?
Yeah, about.
Okay, all right. Well, I think you hold on to that money to ensure that you graduate and continue the debt-free journey that you're on, which is absolutely awesome. Mm-hmm. That's very, very cool.
Have you hugged your mom today, Tony? Have you told her that you loved her and she set you up to win?
I probably should, now that you say that.
Tony, every day you wake up, you go tell that lady, thank you for setting me up for a life that is going to be debt-free.
Because it's just wonderful. Very few people get the gift that you've gotten here. So it's
I know. I'm very lucky.
You are.
I just wanted to know, like, what's like the best way for me? Like, it's not the best question, but it's very general. But like, what's the best way for me to get wealthy? Like I don't want to say rich, but like wealthy is like the best way.
Yeah.
To say.
Well, either one's okay. Neither one are immoral. It's not immoral to be rich. It's not immoral. You're not a bad person automatically if you're wealthy. And so one thing you do want to do is break that out of your head. And so because if you're other-centered, you can do a lot of wonderful things with money, like your mom did.
Yeah.
Okay? She used money to do this wonderful thing for you, and you'll be able to do that yourself many times over. So, yeah, it's a big question. It's probably too big for a radio answer. I'll tell you the biggest thing, a couple things. Number one is to be doing what you're doing now, gather knowledge, be very intentional with your money. Most people just kind of wander along and then wonder what happened. And if you'll just be very intentional, then that will lead you to doing a budget. That will lead you to living on less than you make. That will lead you to generosity. That will lead you to avoiding debt. That will lead you to investing. And those are the keys to building wealth. But no one does that accidentally. No one wins the Super Bowl on accident. It's an intentional act. And so just by asking the question, you've started that process of being intentional.
So, Dave, there's a lot of media sensations that pop up with, a couple of college friends come up with an idea and they have an IPO and they turn into overnight thises and that's. Is it been your experience, though, that the vast majority of people who build, and I love that he already knows the distinction here, build wealth, it takes a long time, doesn't it?
Yeah, get rich quick just does not work,
right,
statistically. It's so rare. And the interesting thing is those that do it very seldom keep it. And so because they didn't build the infrastructure in their character to carry it. And
I like that.
It fritters away. You build the muscles by increment, by struggle after struggle after struggle, because a muscle is built by tearing. A muscle is built by destruction, by pain. It is not built by comfort. And so that gradual over a 10, 12, 15-year period of staying out of debt, living on less than you make, being intentional, doing some things that your friends don't do, not doing a bunch of things your friends do, and that kind of a thing. You have a life, but you're just very smart and wise about it over a period of time. That is how wealth is built. I talked to a young man this morning, 35 years old, came up to me and whispered, he said, I'm an everyday millionaire.
Wow.
And works on our team.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Walked up to me after staff meeting and said, I'm an everyday millionaire. I said, how old are you? He said, 35. And he said, I started working your plan 12 years ago. just out of college. He said, we've always lived exactly what we teach here, to the dime, to the penny, intentional. And he makes good money, but he does, he didn't get paid $1 million a year. I'll tell you that.
Make millionaire money, right?
No, he didn't make millionaire money, but he is.
Right.
Because he just that steady. The tortoise wins the race, not the hare.
Every time.
Yeah, and that's all the data we have on millionaires tells us that's how they do it.
And that same idea works for marriages, for mental health, for physical health, for weight loss.
Yeah.
You said that right when I came on. I don't even know if you remember saying that to me, but you said, John, I've read that book, The Tortoise and the Hare, a whole bunch, and the tortoise wins every time.
Right. Let me see. I'm lagging.
Go into battle and take the head of your enemy. Cause it's time to go to war, folks. Some folks need killing. Time for somebody to say it. Some folks need killing. Money makes a world go round. It makes a world go round.
So last week, I took out a small loan to buy the latest phone model. I had to have it. Just as I'm walking out of the store, I see a Forbes list millionaire talking on a model released 5 years ago. And that's when it hit me. Rich people don't buy what poor people want. And it's not just phones. Clothes and shoes. Superstars look like real stars in their stunning designer outfits. Poor-minded people want the same, and they'll save a few paychecks or go into debt to get the celebrity look. Truly successful people focus not on price or brands, but comfort. Simple t-shirts and jeans, that's all. They're successful and confident. They don't need to prove that through their outfits. High-ticket property. Penthouses, mansions, luxury villas. So many people are ready to take out a loan and pay for it for the rest of their life if it means they can own some elaborate property. Not for the rich, they'd rather buy a nice enough place where the price is right. Or they get an old fixer-upper and invest money to bring it back to life. Gadgets. Have you ever upgraded to the latest model even when your older phone was working just fine? We all do it. Some of us even take out loans or sell something to come up with the cash for a brand new super cool gadget. Why? Just to seem richer and trendier? Yet, many wealthy and successful people stick with regular phones for several years and feel great while doing it. Loans. Now, since we're on the subject, this is a repeating thing when it comes to rich versus poor. Rich people avoid debt, whether it's loans, credit cards, any kind of borrowed money for instant gratification. Poor people get into debt to pay off old loans, and it's just an endless cycle. All for the sake of having things they can't afford but want to look like they can. Just doesn't make sense. Food. Put 2 dishes on the table. One belongs to a rich person, the other someone who's low income. One plate is covered with steamed veggies, grains, maybe some boiled chicken. Overall, doesn't that look appetizing? The other, a big juicy hamburger, greasy french fries slathered in salt, mouth-watering. Guess whose plate is whose? The modest-looking meal is common for the rich. They'd rather it be bland, yet healthy and cost-effective, than delicious but bad for your gullet and your wallet. Because that makes sense. The image. You earn your first million, and then comes that irresistible urge to spend it on a flashy car, designer suit, and dinners in the most expensive restaurants. Yet even some billionaires drive an old but reliable car, use public transport, and dress like the average Joe or Jane. Such people don't need to prove anything to others. They get pleasure and confidence from what they do, and this earns them respect, not the sparkly material stuff. Get-rich-quick schemes. I'm not just talking about investing in some shady pyramid thing. It could also be seeing and paying a fortune teller or psychic, spending money on bets and lottery tickets, anything that promises instant riches and success. What's the wealthy way to predict some events? Collect all the information and analyze it. Then make an educated bet. It often works in their favor. Get-rich trainings. Do you think many rich people made it big because they went to some trainings with 5 easy steps to riches for the low price of $79.99 per sesh? And how many of those attendees didn't become rich? A successful person spends time and energy on their job, works really hard, but does it in a smart way. Because overworking yourself to the bone also isn't the way to go either. You gotta be efficient. Anyway, these How to Become Rich and Successful courses only really help their creators get rich. Okay, that's what the rich don't spend their resources on. So, what do they do with their time and money? Well, for starters, there's self-development. Not to be confused with those get-rich trainings. Yes, a wealthy person will never regret spending money on expensive courses to master some new profession or further develop an existing skill. They might also pay for fitness club memberships. This is an investment of money in oneself, and it'll pay off in any case. Either this knowledge will help you earn more money or improve your physical and mental health. Charity. Rich people give millions to different charitable foundations. Plenty of them start their own. And before you say, well, duh, they have the extra cash to do that, remember that donations aren't just financial. You can also give your time by volunteering at local charities. Why? Because doing good for others makes you feel good. It can keep negative feelings away and keep you on top of your game. Just try it, you'll see. Technological development. Some very rich people feel that technological progress on Earth is completely dependent on them. With this huge feeling of responsibility, they invest lots of money, energy, and time in the development of modern technology. Elon Musk, Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, not sure where we'd be today if not for people like them. Perhaps a little behind. Emotional wealth. Material wealth will fade over time, but emotions remain in your memory forever. That's why rich people travel so much. And I'm not talking about these Instagram-worthy beach trips staying in 5-star hotels. No, many rich travelers try to immerse themselves in the local culture. That can often mean cozy bed and breakfasts and small family-owned restaurants for a modest price.
Most people have no clue that in 2024, the best way to make money with Amazon is not with physical products. It's Amazon's other company, Audible. Audible has been paying me a steady and reliable income every month for years, and I'm not the only one. People like Katrina, Carmen, Elena, and Renee are all enjoying a significant monthly income using the same system.
Just this past month, I reached $8,000 in revenue, and I'm on track to
business. You know, all those stories about people suddenly coming upon riches and blowing it all within a few months? This happens because they don't follow the main rule for capital expansion. Any money should work for you. If it's hidden under your mattress or being wasted on flashy phones, clothes, and what have you, then it's not working for you. What's much better is making your money grow on its own. Savings accounts, smart investments, your own startups. As long as you've done all the necessary calculations and research, this untouched money will only make you richer. Doing versus dreaming. Many people dream of money, visualize it, draw pictures of the luxurious life in their heads. Unfortunately, that's exactly where that dream stays, in their head. The right way is not to strive to be rich, but to become a person who's worth a lot of money. Wealth is gained by very disciplined, stubborn people who are ready to work for their goals. It can be opening your own restaurant, making that movie you've wanted to realize for years, designing a new airplane model that'll revolutionize the industry. Whatever's captured your heart. While these people are out there making that goal happen, money is attracted to them automatically. And people who only think about money can spend their whole lives sitting on the couch and waiting for a miracle. Dedication. It seems like rich people's lives are so easy and fun. Just work toward your goals and live modestly. But that's far from the truth. Every minute is important in their schedule. Meetings, conferences, paperwork, the gym, family time, flights, more meetings, reading, and then you've got your basic physical needs of eating and sleeping somewhere in there. Not every person can handle the pace and all that responsibility. What's the point of being rich if you don't even have time to spend your money? Think about it. Hey, if you learned something new today, then give the video a like and share it with a friend. And here are some other cool videos I think you'll enjoy. Just click to the left or right, and remember, stay on the bright side of life.
All right, let's keep going.
You want to make a lot of money? You want to be successful? How do I get from where I am to where I need to be? I didn't want to be rich. I just didn't want to be poor. I started 10 years ago with a vision and 2 employees, and now we're 250 people. We'll do 150 million this year. And every day when I get off the elevator and I walk into my office, it's this feeling of accomplishment and satisfaction, knowing that I had this vision and a few years later, it's real. You know, when I was younger, my parents didn't speak any English, and like many immigrants, since I was a little kid, I was 8 years old when we came to North America, and so I had to read the contracts. You know, when my dad bought a house, I had to read the mortgage and go through the paperwork. And when I was around 18 or 17, I looked at being, at that point, we were, you know, lower middle class. And I said, how do I get from where I am to where I need to be? And so I started calculating how much money I would have to make in order just to buy a house. And then I added the taxes into it and all the other stuff. And I realized how difficult it was going to be to accumulate capital. Because that's the hardest thing to do, is to accumulate capital. It's one thing to get paid a lot of money, but if you look at the tax system in North America, it's really hard to amass capital. And I just decided that I didn't want to be where I was. I didn't want to be middle class or lower middle class or mediocre. I just wanted to be great at something. Because I figured out that the people that I saw that were doing great things were fundamentally great at one thing. The analogy I always use is Peyton Manning gets paid $10 million a year. He doesn't get paid $10 million a year to tackle, to kick the ball, to play defense. He gets paid $10 million a year to do one task and do it really, really well. Nobody buys from you. Nobody makes you wealthy because you're okay at something. The world does not reward mediocrity, nor does it reward average. It only rewards exceptional. So you got to find that one thing that you're good at, and you got to become great at it. Because if you focus what you're not good at and try to become good at it, you're going to run into somebody who is going to clean your clock at it.
Right.
When you think about success and you think about business and you think about being an entrepreneur, everybody wants to talk about the good times. And I always say to people, it's easy to be an entrepreneur when the sun is shining. It's easy to run your own business when there's good cash flow and people love you and there aren't many problems. But have that same desire to do it when your biggest customer just left, or do it when you don't have enough cash to make payroll, or do it when you've got real problems at home and nobody cares. Being a great entrepreneur is the ability to stay focused and highly motivated when there's failure around you. It's not your ability to handle success that'll decide how successful you'll be. It's your ability to absorb failure. Not take failure, not get hit, but absorb it. I mean, absorb it with every fiber of your body. When there are those days where you feel like, I just cannot go on. Get up on those days, get in front of your team, and get them going in the same direction, and be highly motivated on those days. Because if you can do it on those days, you can do it any day. Being a successful entrepreneur is really lonely. I'm not saying that because I expect people to call me up and say, I'll be your friend and look for sympathy, but it's true. The more successful you are as an entrepreneur, the lonelier it is, because there's just less people that you can hang out with. And the bigger you are, also the bigger the target on your back, and someone's always out to get you. When you're starting out and things aren't going well, misery really does find company. It's easy to find a lot of people to have a beer with and hang out with. But that level of focus to keep going is really difficult. And so one of the things I try to do is I look for people that have been where I want to go. And I love to learn. I've looked for many people along the way. From Warren Avis, the guy who started Avis Rent-A-Car, I used to work for him indirectly. He owned a holding company that I worked for, and he was a great guy. To people you've never heard of, to even some of the other sharks. I've learned a lot from Mark Cuban. I've learned a lot from Damon John. I've learned from a lot of people. The biggest lessons, and my biggest mentor, was always my dad, because that level of courage I had never seen in another human being. And when I was younger, I didn't really understand it. Once I got older, I understood the sacrifices that he had to make for me to be given the opportunity to be successful. I mean, he was 37 years old, left a communist country, crossed the border, hopped on a boat, and brought his wife and me, my mom and I, with one suitcase to a foreign country where he didn't speak the language, didn't know a single soul, and we had something like $20 in our pockets. That's courage. And as I got older, what I really learned out of that is never complain, because number one, nobody cares, and two, all you deserve in life is an opportunity. Man, when something gives you an opportunity, you got to take it, you don't complain, and you got to go for it. I'm a highly emotional guy. I'm a highly passionate guy. I love my business. I love everything about it. Where I'm not emotional is when it comes to winning or losing. You've got to be very careful about not taking your own bias or emotion into a negotiation or into a fight or into anything, because you've got to be very clear what the goal is. And in business, the goal typically is to make money. When I went to sell my first business to AT&T, I didn't want to sell it. And so it was the night before we were supposed to close the deal. And so I changed my mind, and I called the CEO at the time, and I said, "Oh, I can't sell this business." And he looked at me and he said, "Why not?" And I said, "Oh, it's my baby." And he said, "No, it's not. It's a business." I said, No, it's my baby." And he goes, "No, it's not. Your baby is what you have at home. That's your family. Your business is not your family. Your business is an asset that you started. And if you think we're paying you the right price, then you should sell it. If you think you can keep going and maximize the return, then don't sell it." And he was so non-emotional about it, it really hit home for me. I've seen more people make mistakes because they get angry or they get highly emotional in front of a customer or in front of a supplier. Leave your emotion at the doorstep. Business is about business. When you hit the real world, you're going to start competing with people who are really, really good at something. Technology, advertising, something, and they know it inside out. You want to make a lot of money, you want to be successful, you got to take those people on with a skill that you're world class at. I hate the word failure. I hate that label. I wake up in a cold sweat in the middle of the night sometimes when I feel like I'm going to fail or I'm a failure. You know, I run every day, and I run pretty far, and sometimes, just like everybody, I get jet lag and I get tired. And when I get to that point where I feel I cannot go on, this little inner voice inside me says, what are you, a failure? And then I don't care if my feet are gonna fall off and blood is gonna start dripping out of my veins. I will not stop. I hate that word. I do not want to be defined by that word.
The future of your business is here. With Wix, you get advanced AI.
Lil Baby said this. He said, when I got rich, I got depressed. So I said, how? He was like, I can't go down the street no more because I got to watch out such and such. I can't go to the same candy lady. Your whole life changed. Like me, I can't pull up to my grandmother's house on Cleveland as normal as I could before I was rich. And then my dad lived on Cleveland, and my folks live in Riverdale, and my folks live in Florence, South Carolina, so I can't pull up the same. So that it really hurt. And then if you pull up to certain functions, everybody had a handout. So that'll depress you. It ain't the same once you get some money. So I had to learn, like, for one, to at all times to do what makes me happy. And if I had to say what makes me happy, it is, for one, staying out the way. I realized I'm not the type to be in a friends group. But if it was like 5, we all come together and say we boys, that ain't me. That's gonna make me so unhappy. Lil Baby said this. He said, when I got rich, I got depressed. So I said, how? He was like, I can't go down the street.
I like that.
If somebody's rich around you, believe me, there's something in him that he was chosen to be in that position. Nobody gets in that position by luck. There's 7.5 billion people on this earth, but there's only 1% that's wealthy. They were chosen to be wealthy, bro. This is a privilege to be in this position. So you cannot take it for granted, because the ones that do, as you notice, always end up back at the bottom because they didn't understand that part of it. So you can't be selfish with it. You got to know that you're being, put in a position to help others. This ain't just for you. If somebody's rich around you, believe me, there's something in him that he.
You think about rich. Being rich is great because you can buy a lot of things. Being wealthy, you can pass that to the generation after generation after generation. But you have to know, it's not about making money. It's how do you keep money. That's the number one rule of life. You think about rich. Being rich is great because you can buy a lot of things.
Shaq talking about.
I want to be something more than Shaq. See, the Shaq guy is going to fade away. The Shaq guy will fade away at some point in time. But Dr. Shaquille O'Neal will be around forever. Because I see a lot of youngins forever. Because I see a lot of youngins flossing their bag on the ground. Cool, floss it. But dude told me one time, this dude was, he told me, he said, you're rich, but I'm wealthy. Because I didn't know the difference. And I said, what's the difference? He said, well, wealthy is when I'm die, when my kids die, when they kids die, when they kids die, we're still gonna have the same amount. And I thought about that. Then I said, okay, how you do it? And he pulled out a piece of paper. After he said, it ain't about how much you make, it's about how much you keep. How many times we seen cats would get the bag with 100 and then they go blow it the same day. Now they got to get another 100. So he said, if you got $100, you save that. That's 50. He said, rich people will say, okay, I'm saving 50 and I'm doing that. But he said, the wealthy does this. You save that. This, ball out. House, chain, car, whatever you want. But
75.
Save it, yeah. That's what he said. So
from here on out,
so
I'm no longer saving 30% of my money. I'm stepping it up to 75 because I'm trying to be wealthy.
That when I was 95, and I did that, and I didn't spend my first NBA check until I started having families, because I was making so much money and I wasn't that educated. So I was like, I don't want to spend it. I know that.
Right.
And like people always say, you got to invest and got to invest, but still you got to be educated to know what you're investing in.
Right.
Like I always used to try to invest in the get rich quick schemes. But
how many of them did you
all fail? I failed all of them. yo man, me and Gilly gonna do this podcast. We're gonna do the Shaq and Gilly hats. We're gonna sell them online. We're gonna give me 100,000 next week. I bring you $1 million. Never worked out.
Never.
But then when I started investing in stuff that's gonna change people's lives, because I heard Jeff Bezos say that. He invests in things that's gonna change people's life. That's why he created Amazon.
Yeah.
And once I started doing that strategy, I think I probably quadrupled what I'm worth now. So then I was like, a lot of kids from my hood need these shoes. They need them. I'm gonna put $1 million in. Get rid of the 10 million Reebok was paying me. I'm gonna take $1 million off the 10 that I got last year, put it to the shoe company. Let's try it, and it works.
Right.
So when you invest in stuff that people believe in, most of the time it'll come. But the youth should know that it ain't about how much you make; it's about how much you keep.
Right.
And guess what? It could be a day. I hope it's not a day. I hope you shine. I hope you get your bag forever. But it could be a day where the bag stop.
Absolutely.
And then what, like always, when I talk to people, I always speak to them from athletic terms. What makes athletes great is because we can adjust.
Absolutely.
If Neon Dion running this way and the defense coming at, he can adjust.
All right.
So if your bag gets messed up, adjust.
Adjust.
Go get a new bag.
Absolutely.
But if you save from the old bag, your adjustment, your adjustment time gonna be much, much
a lot easier.
A lot easier.
Spin your passion into a business with Shopify and break sales records with the world's best converting checkout.
You'll never become a millionaire unless you understand this concept. Right, this is where you are right now, and this is where you want to be. Now, you see this space in the middle? I call this the performance gap. The difference between someone who becomes a millionaire and someone who's just getting by lies in their obsession with closing this gap. Most people's paths look something like this, up and down all over the place, and they never reach their end goal. A person who becomes a millionaire in their 50s will have a path a bit more like this, eventually getting to their goal. Now, my path was a little bit different. Now, I managed to go from point A to point B pretty quickly. To be honest, I think the only reason I managed to bridge this gap was because I didn't have any other options. I wasn't particularly talented or smart. I didn't have any qualifications to lean on, and after getting bullied by my first boss, I quit the usual 9-to-5 grind. So I made a promise to myself to become wealthy as fast as possible. I did everything in my power to bridge the performance gap, and I became a millionaire in my 20s. If you only remember one thing from this video, then let it be this. The amount of money you make is always directly proportional to the amount of perceived value you give. To put it simply, the bigger the problems you're able to solve, the more money you'll make and the faster you'll bridge the performance gap. So the first thing I want you to do is draw out a Venn diagram like this. In this section, I want you to write down the things you like to do. So if I was doing this, I'll put down racing cars, flying planes, traveling, and playing golf. I'm sure you have a lot of others you can add, so just go crazy with it. In this next one, write down the things you're good at. Off the top of my head, I'd say having conversations, building and designing models, leading teams, and carpentry. And finally, write down the things that people will pay you a lot for. Let's put down consulting, building structures, and designing complex mechanics. The trap that most people fall into is only considering one of these factors when they're deciding what they want to do with their life. I mean, imagine choosing a job just because you love it, but you're stuck making minimum wage, and before you know it, you're hating what you once loved. Talk about a passion killer. Or picture this, you're good at something, so you make it your job, but you're working your fingers to the bone and still not making enough money. You're stuck in your comfort zone, not really going anywhere. And then there's this scenario where you pick a job just because it pays well, which sounds good, right? Well, not if you're miserable every single day. That's why the only solution to becoming rich and happy is to find something that's in all sections. I call this the value zone. I managed to find this early on by combining my passion for model helicopters with my skill for building models and advice people would pay for. This led me to opening multiple model shops and designing my own brand of models that I sold across the globe. The problem with the way most people look at business is they want to find the side hustle or the method first and then try to fit themselves around it, rather than nailing down their value zone and then finding the correct side hustle to start for them. So now you know how to find your value zone. It's time to pick the right vehicle to drive of models that I sold across the globe. The problem with the way most people look at business is they want to find the side hustle or the method first and then try to fit themselves around it, rather than nailing down their value zone and then finding the correct side hustle to start for them. So now you know how to find your value zone. It's time to pick the right vehicle to drive you in a straight line to your destination. Let me ask you a question. Would you rather have $1 million in assets or earn $1 million per year? Think about that for a second. Of course, you want both, right? Well, to do this, you're going to need two different vehicles. One for making money and the other one for investing money. Let's start with making money. This should be your active vehicle. Think of it like a motorbike. You can choose between a product-based business like I started, a content business like making YouTube videos, and my all-time favorite, a service-based business. So why is a service-based business my favorite when I produce products and also make YouTube videos? Might seem a bit strange, right? One word, timing. And I'm not talking about time in the market, but instead your career timing. Your initial side hustle should have the potential to rake in about 100K a year. But remember, the venture that catapults you to 1 million or even 10 million a year is not going to be the same. When you're starting, resources are usually pretty tight. So it's smarter to launch a service-based business as it has minimal setup costs. Even better if you can do it from a laptop in your spare time. So take a look at your diagram again and brainstorm a service you can offer within your value zone. Now for investing money. This should be your passive vehicle. Think of it like the sidecar on your motorbike. You know, like the one in Harry Potter. Loads of people treat investing like it's just another side hustle, chasing it with that same get-rich-quick mindset. But here's the real deal. Investing isn't about overnight riches. It's a tool to grow your wealth. And if you do it right, you can just set it and forget it. After you've made your free account, all you have to do is select pies. These pies represent different slices of stock. For instance, if you have a pie with 25% Tesla, 25% Meta, and say 50% Google, and you invest $100, it will be divided amongst those stocks. This means $25 would go into both Tesla and Meta, and $50 would go into Google. You can choose to make these investments at a frequency that suits you, daily, weekly, or monthly. Let's set one up together so you can follow this video step by step. You have the option to use pre-made pies, and there's lots of options in here, such as this one that focuses on companies that pay dividends, and this one here that invest in AI companies. Although this looks simple, please always do your own research into stocks you want to invest in, rather than just trusting the pie creators. This pre-made option is great to give you some ideas, but I encourage you to make your own. So let's go back to select build a custom pie. Now you can select whatever stocks you want to include in your pie. So if you're just a beginner, then simply click the S&P 500 index fund. This allows you to invest in around 500 of the largest public companies in the USA with just one click. This value projection is really awesome as well, as it shows you just how much you could make based on historical averages. I mean, say we invested £5 a day for 25 years. This says that you will have only invested £45,000 and your portfolio could be worth 1.04 million, and if we expand that to 40 years, God, you could have a portfolio worth 17.34 million. But hang on, Mark, Isn't investing risky? Of course, stocks can go up and down, and even the S&P 500 has seen good and bad days. However, no one has ever lost any money if they've held for more than 20 years. Even when the market dips, all past dips since 1950 have been made up for by market rises. In simple words, the S&P 500 shows that playing the long game and sticking with your investments can be really worth it. It's personally made me millions without me having to do any work. That's why I'm such a big fan. Since I was planning to talk about the Trading 212 app anyway, I reached out to them to see if they'd be interested in sponsoring this portion of the video. They agreed and are offering a free stock worth up to £100 to anyone that uses the code Tilbury when they create an account. Plus, you get more free stocks by inviting your friends. Both of you will get a free share as long as they fund their account. Right, now you've nailed down your value zone, got your active money generating vehicle, and set up your passive investment app, it's time to think about the next section.
With Fidelity Active ETFs, the potential is in the name. Active. Active pursues opportunities, explores possibilities.
One of the biggest lies gurus tell you is that you need 7 different income streams to become successful and reach your end goal. This causes people to get so caught up juggling multiple income sources and their social lives that they end up slowing down and losing their focus completely. You have 3 main limited resources: money, time, and energy. If you want to do this with me, grab a piece of paper and 3 different coloured pens. Firstly, make a list of everything you do in your life. This should include everything. Now draw a graph like this and divide it into segments corresponding to the number of items on your list. For my example, that would be 6 segments, but for you, it could be more or less. First, use a colour to shade in the proportion of money you spend on each segment every month. Then use a different colour to shade in the amount of time you spend on each activity monthly. Lastly, use yet another colour to show the amount of energy.
So I'm gonna be brief as I can on this, on what I'm about to say, but I do want y'all. Well, I don't care. Y'all can listen to me. Y'all can not listen to me. I don't care. But I will say what I gotta say. We've been living with a bunch of crooks. A bunch of crooks. You goddamn crooks. You filthy animal. So I've never seen so many people before this time in life tell you about how they're wealthy. It's just unprecedented. Everybody's wealthy. Everybody's selling how you can get rich and be wealthy. Everybody got it. Right? I smell something that's not good when I see that. And what I mean is, it seems like the more I tell you how to be wealthy, I get these circumstances and these situations that make me wealthy. And so I can teach you how to be wealthy. But the catch is, the only way for you to become wealthy and I to become wealthy is if we tell everybody else about how wealthy we are. You know? This is only like this, and I'm only 30-something years old, so I can't say what it was like before this. But right now I can say it's only like this because you're not given anything at birth. I don't know what it's like to be born and raised in another country. So I'll say this, for my country that I live in, they ain't give us nothing when you was born. They ain't give you no shirt. Well, they gave your mama that little towel blanket, little swaddle blanket or whatever, some bottles and some milk to go home with and some Pampers. But that's it. You got to get the rest, my friend. Now, with that, it's like, where do you go? Because there is a baby on this planet that's born with a silver spoon. and more than Pampers in a few bottles. And dang, game glitched. Sorry. Yeah, there's a baby born with more than just a few bottles, some diapers to go home with, and whatnot. So I'm just noticing the trend of everybody saying, yeah, do this to get wealthy, or even if they're not saying do this to get wealthy and you're not worried about wealth, it's still like you have to have some level of it still in order for you to survive here. So give us a little bit of survival and then tell me what wealthy is. All right, there we go. What is wealth? There we go. Y'all could have let me make that. We just gonna pick anybody.
Hi, it's Paddy Hirsch at Marketplace. So when people talk about wealth, they're usually talking about money. But in actual fact, wealth is all about assets. And a way you can tell how wealthy somebody is, okay, is by looking at the assets, that's the stuff that they own, and subtracting the debt, the stuff that they owe. And when you run that equation on somebody who you think is wealthy, a lot of the time they turn out to be not quite as wealthy as you thought they were. Let's take our neighbors. Here we've got Anne and John. Right? Anne lives in this beautiful mansion out in the country. It's a huge house. And down the road from her lives John in this little 2 up, 2 down. And Anne's got this garage that's stuffed full of beautiful cars, Rolls Royces and Ferraris. And John's got like a little Toyota Camry that he bought secondhand a couple of years ago. Anne's got this beautiful boat that she keeps in the marina. It's a fabulous motor yacht. And John's got like a little sort of 10-foot dinghy, right, that he keeps in his garage. So when it comes to assets, Anne has clearly got a lot more, all right? Her assets add up to about $7 million. John's assets, on the other hand, are about $600,000. But remember, wealth is about assets minus debt. And Anne has got a lot of debt. For one thing, her house is really heavily mortgaged. For another thing, she still owes serious inheritance taxes to the IRS. And she still has student debt. And altogether, her debts add up to about $8 million. So her wealth is actually negative $1 million. John, on the other hand, bought his house, his car, and his boat for cash, which means he has zero debt. So when you do his wealth equation, you see he's actually got wealth of positive $600,000. So although Anne looks like she's wealthier, it's in actual fact John who's the wealthy person here. And Anne, if she fails to make all these interest payments and all this debt that she's got, well, she's going to be left very badly needing a drink.
She'll be left very bad needing a drink.
Go into battle and take the head of your enemy. Cause it's time to go to war, folks.
Shut up. All right, yeah, my bad.
I may ask you to define
very, very rich. It seems to me there's a difference between being rich and being wealthy. I assume you consider yourself to be both. Which is the more important to you?
Well, I think we may ask you to define, I don't want to sound like President Clinton here too much, but we may ask you, if you'd really define the rich and wealthy so that I get the distinction, then I think we can give you a better answer on it.
Well, in my mind, being rich is having an awful lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Being very, very rich is having even more. And being wealthy doesn't necessarily equate to having a lot of money.
Well, what does it equate to then? I just want I think I know what you mean, but I still want you to clear it up before I give you an answer on it.
Well, this, of course, is my opinion.
I mean, you could be wealthy in health, for example, and I agree with you that certainly there'd be nothing you'd value more than good health for you, yourself and your family. But you go ahead.
Well, I believe you're starting to get it.
Mm-hmm. Have patience. No, there's no question about it. I mean, the money makes very little difference after a a moderate level. I tell this to college students that I talk to. I mean, they are basically living about the same life I'm living. You know, we eat the same foods. I mean, that I can guarantee you. And you know, there's no important difference in our dress. There's no important difference at all in the car we drive. There's no difference in the television set that we sit there and, you know, watch the Super Bowl on or anything of the sort. There's really no difference in, you know, they've got air conditioning in summer and I got air conditioning. They got heat in winter, and almost everything. So any importance in daily life, we equate on. The one thing I do is I travel a lot better than they do. You know, net jets. So the travel I do a lot easier than they do. Everything else in their lives, it just, you know, I'll switch places anytime. It doesn't make any difference. So then you get down to the things of health and who loves you. I mean, that's if you have a minimum level of, I mean, you want to have enough so that you eat 3 times a day and that you sleep in reasonably comfortable surroundings and so on. But everybody in this room has that, and yet some of the people, by the definition that you've given, are obviously much more wealthy than others, and it's not measured by their net worth if you define it that way. And I don't disagree with that definition. I might not use the term wealth in describing it, but I'd certainly maybe call it well-being or something of the sort. Charlie?
Sure, there are a lot of things in life way more important than wealth. All that said, some people do get confused. I play golf with a man, he says, "What good is health? You can't buy money with it."
Did I ever tell you about Charlie's twin brother that he golfs a lot with? No, I'll take health anytime, incidentally.
Yeah. So will I.
No, the important thing, even in your work, I mean, is to an extreme extent, it seems to me, is who you do it with. I mean, you can have, if you're going to spend 8 hours a day working, the most important thing isn't how much money you make. It's how you feel during those 8 hours in terms of the people you're interacting with and how interesting what you're doing is and all of that. Well, you know, I consider myself incredibly lucky in that respect. I can't think of anything I'd rather do, and I can't think of any group of people I'd rather do it with. And if you asked me to trade away a very significant percentage of my net worth, either for some extra years or being able to do during those years what I want to do, you know, I'd do it in a second.
If you're not making 150.
Okay, welcome back to Gary's Economics. Today we are going to introduce the first part of our online course, video number 1, which is going to be what is wealth. Okay, so I was at a conference the other day, a conference about economics media, and there was a guy basically spoke about how when people watch Jordan Peterson's videos, they don't just watch his recent videos, they go back to the beginning and they watch it through, because what people want is an online course where they can follow the subject through so they understand it completely. And he called it a MOOC, massive open online course. And it got me thinking about this channel. Basically, this channel, in my eyes, is an educational channel, which is to teach and educate ordinary people about economics. Basically pushing a specific narrative, which is that living standards are falling because wealth inequality is increasing. If you want to stop the decrease in living standards, we need to stop the increase in wealth inequality. But obviously, I'm out here every week, making a video every week. You see a different video every week. And I kind of worry that if somebody actually comes in and they want to, understand exactly what we're doing here, they just see like 100 different videos, they don't know where to start, and it becomes quite difficult for people to educate themselves. And, we often get people asking us questions which have been addressed in previous videos. Like, for example, people say, what do you mean when you say government gave hundreds of billions of pounds to the rich during COVID? The question we get asked tons recently is, can you really tax the rich? If you tax them, won't they just leave? We get asked questions about money, questions about debt, which are answered in previous videos. And I suppose I could try and go back to historical videos and try and link something together. But what I wanted to do was start creating, in amongst the other videos we make, a set of videos which are structured and designed to be watched in order, such that anybody who comes to this channel in a year's time or in 2 years' time can go and watch basically this online course that is really structured and explains everything in a step-by-step fashion about what I'm saying and about my ideas about wealth inequality and the economy, so that you can understand things in a really structured way. Basically, I wanted to add, basically a structured element to the channel so that we keep doing videos every Sunday, but over time we start to build up certain videos which are designed to be watched in order, and we put them together as an online course. And today we are going to start that, and we are going to do video number 1.
I'm gonna find his name. I want y'all to see this, because this is all I hear when I hear these when I'm hearing these wealth talks. This is all I'm hearing. Hold on. I gotta find. There you go. There, Devarion. We just gonna have some fun for the last 30 minutes. Let's just watch this. Let's just watch all his videos. Because all I see is these. Hold on. These ain't gonna be good enough. We're gonna pick this one.
Well, it's really my job to get in there and, learn as much as I can about my company. See how my employees feel about their supervisors and their CEO as well. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Everything else I take care of. You ain't got to do nothing else because you knew I really don't want you doing too much anyway. Cool. So, just thinking, what do you think about upper management and like the CEO? You talking about the fat cats that sit up there watching us little people work down here for pennies while they eating big meals? I don't give a damn about none of them. That's why every single night I set this big bag of cheeseburgers outside the door, let my homies come pick it up. Feed the whole block. I don't even have anything to say. But wouldn't he not like that though? I mean, he probably wouldn't like it, but I don't give a damn. Cause he not here. You know what I'm saying? And what make it even more crazy is every night I take $20 out of the register to put gas in my car and buy a couple blunts on my way home. You take 20 every night? The drawer be short every night. But guess who counting the money? Me. I just write down what I want to write down. Been doing it for years. They'll never suspect it. I think I got to use the bathroom. Yeah. That makes me think about replacing him. Which is outside the stove. Well, it's really my job to get in there. They say an older guy comes in at 3. I guess I'm gonna see what he does and what he's about. Hey, what's going on, man? What's your name? My name Percy. Hey, nice to meet you, man. I'm the new guy. Nice to meet you, player. Nice to meet you. You work here? You don't have a work shirt. Oh man, Clarice done forgot to do the laundry, so I had to put on whatever shit I could find. Oh, pardon me, the laundry wasn't done. You know how I be. Yeah. But what happened to the other guy with the bag of cheeseburgers? What happened to him? Oh, he went to go handle some business. Take care of some business.
He went to go take care of some business.
I really can't explain my emotions right now. I didn't expect it to go this way. But what does it mean with the eye wink? Like, take care of some business around the corner. You know what I'm saying? Oh, with the recreational, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay, so he said that out of the back of here. Oh, yeah, of course. I sell it too. Oh, you do too? Yes, sir, I do.
Yo, I'm just trying to buy a couple packs off.
How much you need?
Man, let me get a couple 3.5s, man. My baby mama check ain't king.
I got that right up.
Appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you, brother.
Out of the back of here. Oh, yeah, of course. I sell it too. Oh, you do too? Yes, sir, I do.
Yo, I'm just trying to buy a couple packs off.
How much you need?
Man, let me get a couple 3.5s, man. My baby mama check ain't king.
I got that right up.
Appreciate you, brother.
I'm sorry, you gotta watch this.
Man, these... Can we take a break? The news I heard basically just broke me apart. I'm not even sure how we'll move forward from here. But I'm okay, I'll put this one on top of that. How you doing, man? What's your name, man? Hey, what's up, man? My name Tyrone. Oh, nice to meet you, Tyrone. I'm a new guy here. I just see you doing work, and I just love what you're doing, man. That's what I like to see around here. You know, I grew up in foster care, though, so you know how it go, man. You always got to fight and scrape it. Okay. You got to just do whatever you got to do to get food, whether you got to go through the back door, you know. You just got to get it, man. Meeting Tyrone has really sparked my enthusiasm, and I'm glad I can do something nice for him, because it shows me how important my business is to this area. I'm sorry. I'm compelled to do this. Oh, you ain't got to do that, man. You ain't got to do that. That's $1,000, man. But thank you. Man, your story is so good, okay? Thank you. You didn't have to. Appreciate you, man. It's cool if I go take a break? No, go ahead. Go take a break. You deserve it. Okay, cool. Man. It's a good young kid. Hey, new dude, you got change for a $5. Oh, what's going on? My bad, man. I didn't mean to interrupt your moment. I was just talking to Tyrone. I gave him $1,000, man. His story is Tyrone. The guy that was just in here. He don't work here. I got workers who don't work here. I got people selling 3.5s out of the back. Can we wrap this up? Honestly, I've seen enough. I think it's time for the reveal. They need to know who I am and why I'm here. Let's just do it. Hey guys, I got something to tell y'all. Hey, trying to get 3.5, man. My baby mama gave me a couple extra dollars. No, we don't sell that here no more. See, now y'all here being stingy, man. You're being stingy. Get out of here. It's currently noon and I have not one employee in the store. I don't know where they are. Where's everybody at? Hey, I need your help, man. Can you come here for a second? I'll be out there in a second. All right, man. Thank you. Hey, what's going on? What can I help you with? You can help me by just putting everything in the bag. Do y'all see this?
Oh my God.
You can help me by just putting everything in the bag.
Yes, sir.
Do y'all see this?
Currently being robbed of all his things.
You really want to do me like? Oh no, yeah, I do. I definitely do want to. Big bills, small bills, all bills, all bills. Yes, sir. Yep, I'm done. Yep, I stole my glasses. Stole my hat. Yeah, stole everything I had in my pockets. Let's just shut this one down.
Okay, so on podcasting. All right, this how he say. This how I keep seeing these podcasters. This is what I be hearing.
The moment I seen the movie E.T., I knew it was a true story because I was that boy. I was that boy. It took me to circle the block 3 times to realize that my car was going in reverse and I was going straight. You know what I'm saying? If I wanted to, I can levitate. I can levitate if I wanted to. I'm living at a higher frequency. That frequency up here.
That's how they be sounding.
But what is carrying backwards? Norak. Yeah, you right. Norachnophobia. So these people ain't really having a hard time. They ain't tripping about nothing. They really scared of spiders. I don't go to the zoo. We looking at monkeys. Those are stunted people in there. Them are people that didn't make it to full person. It's warm in here. You sweating. You know why I don't sweat? Vegetables. I remember being dropped off by the stork in a little white blanket. I remember that. You wearing socks, ain't you?
Yes.
Right, I ain't wore socks in 10 years. Come on. Cancer. That's what it causes. The moment I seen the movie E.T., I knew it was true.
This how I be hearing all these podcasts. That's all I hear.
If a woman can't cook, she serves no purpose at home. My mama couldn't cook. She been homeless for 30 years. She called me last week asking, can she come home? I asked her, how do you make ramen? She said 5 minutes instead of 4. Automatic hang up. Those are machine noodles. Let's talk about it. It don't matter how you slice it. All women are for the streets. I was a freshman in high school when I first told a woman I loved her. She said, I love me too. Then she took Ricky Porter to prom. But that's modern women. Ricky Porter had all F's. He was a fixer-upper. Show me a married man, and I'll show you a man that's about to lose half of his stuff. No woman wants to marry a man. She just want to put a dress on and walk down the aisle.
Yes!
I told my ex-girlfriend, here go aisle 13 at Walmart. You can walk down that.
Yes!
You ain't walking down no aisle. If you ask any woman what's you can walk down that. You ain't walking down no aisle. Noodles.
Oh my God.
Let's talk about it. It don't matter how you slice it. All women are for the streets. I was a freshman in high school when I first told a woman I loved her. She said, I love me too. Then she took Ricky Porter to prom. But that's modern women. Ricky Porter had all F's. He was a fixer-upper. Show me a married man, and I'll show you a man that's about to lose half of his stuff. No woman wants to marry a man. She just want to put a dress on and walk down the aisle. I told my ex-girlfriend, here go aisle 13 at Walmart. You can walk down that. You ain't walking down no aisle. If you ask any woman what's her favorite part about being married, if a woman can't cook,
Couple more. I need a couple more of these. This is how podcasters sound nowadays. Hold on.
so you telling me the red ones fit on the challenge?
Yeah.
That'll be straight.
Gotta be straight, and you won't find a better price, bro.
Okay, cool, perfect. That's all I wanted to know. I'm really gonna just come back. You know what I'm saying? I gotta think about it a little bit. Probably get some sleep. Probably go get some lunch. Think about it. Come back and grab them. Gotta go talk to the wife about it. You know how that go. And they ain't really asking for permission. It's kind of just having a discussion about these finances that's about to leave and what we gotta do. Now I'm getting ready to buy a house, and you know how they be looking at your account, so I can't do too much frivolous spending. What time y'all close? I gotta make a few more runs. I'm gonna come back and grab them. Because I lost my debit card, so I had to order a new one. I'm waiting on that new one to come. I just spent so much money in this last weekend that I just ain't trying to spend too much more money. You know what I'm saying? You know how that go. Yeah. You know how it is. You see, look at my bank account. I ain't broke, it's right there. But you know what I'm saying? You don't really look too hard. You see, y'all get ready to close. I can't stay too long, so I'm going to have to just get up out of here. But I will be coming.
I will be coming back. All right, hold on. Let's just keep on going. This is fun.
All right, and your total was $902. Okay, $902. $10. All right, thank you. Actually, man, I think I actually have 2 pennies. I actually already pushed the button. Oh, no, that don't matter. I'm going to just give you these pennies, and then you can just give me a... no, the button press, it tells me how much change to give you. I pressed it already, so like the numbers is there. Listen, slow down. It was 902, right? Instead of you giving me 98 cents back for change, I give you these 2 pennies. You add that to the 98 cents and just give me $1. I think I need to call my manager. No, you don't. No, you don't have to call it. Listen. Okay, I'm gonna give you these 2 pennies. You add this with the 98, and then you just give me $1 back. Cause I don't want 98 cents in my pocket.
Right.
Give my change, man. All right. Just give my change, bro. What is wrong with you? All right, and your total was 902. Okay.
He said, "Give my change, bro."
All right, young blood. I got the full brisket basket here with the barbecue fries. You got your beverage. Yep. Got my drink. That'll be $29.05. How much? $29.05. Man, Chuck's don't even charge that much for a brisket basket, man. You talking about Chuck's over there on 4th? The one who boiled their ribs before they put them on the grill? I can't compete with that. We got 4 prep days over here. I can tell you this much. Any barbecue shop that's open 7 days a week ain't worth a damn. Now, you can go that route if you want to. Or you can get this here, because what you're getting here, you're getting brisket, you get the barbecue fries, a homemade sauce. This ain't open pit. This ain't open. Nah, I wasn't even questioning your barbecue sauce. Baby Ray's. I know that I mixed this in the back myself. Now, you let me know what you want. And make up your mind fast, because there's a long line behind you, and I'm trying to catch that Charlie Wilson show tonight. You know, Charlie bring out the freaks. All right, young blood. I got the full brisket basket here.
No, that was Nia Long that called me. Oh shit! Hey, I just hit 20. That's 20K. No, man, that's my baby mama that called again, man. I was trying to argue. I'm done, bro. No, that was Nia Long that called me.
Yo, you gotta see that again.
Oh shit! Hey, I just hit 20. That's 20K. No, man, that's my baby mama that called again, man. I was trying to argue. I'm done, bro. No, that was Nia Long.
Alright. Let's see what he talking about.
So, Davarian Jarvel.
I'm running my own stuff.
Yeah.
So we both, she works from home too, but she also owns a spa that she like manages. She goes in once a week, you know, but she has people that work under her that do that type of stuff. But I make the time for it. Like, let's say my daughter has a game or something. I would try to, I got an idea, let me do it. I record the idea before we go to the game, sit through the game, do the father thing, and then on the way home in the car, I start editing while everybody's just amped up or listening to music or whatever. I'm editing in the car. So I just find little pockets.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it doesn't consume my day at all. And that's why it's like, makes you kind of feel guilty. Like, people are working there. People are working a lot. And I don't work that much.
Yeah. But I mean, yes. I understand that feeling, but at the same time, the consistency, the discipline that it takes, not everybody can do it.
It's a crazy discipline.
Very few people can do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, you're
and
clearly
stick to it.
adding value to society.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, obviously businesses recognize this because they're like, wow, this guy is able to capture people's attention. That's
For sure.
So
if
you're able to provide that value in a smaller amount of time than someone else, there's nothing to be felt guilty about, you know?
Yeah. You know, I was curious. Excuse me.
Be a PlayStation 1 this
I'm curious behind all this, you know, the content creation and the films. What was the start of it all for you? How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 34.
34.
So
okay.
Wearing socks. Did he say wearing
what
socks?
was the kind of initial start into this creative visual world industry?
Let's laugh some more.
Really think about what's going on. The hell is you jumping for, man? Jeremiah? Yeah. The fuck is you doing out here? Man, you ain't been by to cut the grass in like 3 weeks. Goddamn grass, man. I don't do that shit no more, man. But ask somebody else to do it. And then what do you do? What I do. That's what I do. Oh, you got that shit. Okay. How much them going for? It's enough for an omelet, so hold on, let me call you right back. Let this go for about $2.25. Yeah, let me get that, man. Let me get that. Figured you want that, brother. Really think about what's going on. The hell is you jumping for, man? Jeremiah? Yeah. The fuck is you doing out here? Man, you ain't been by to cut the grass in like 3 weeks. Goddamn grass, man. I don't do that shit no more, man. But ask somebody else to do it. And then what do you do? What I do. That's what I do. Oh, you got that shit.
He pulled out some eggs.
Smashed out the windows on this car. The neighbors out here fighting again. See, man, you play. Get out them folks' business, man. What you mean? They put this out here in the streets. This is entertainment. Right, but you ain't got to be all in the blinds looking out. That ain't business. You a creep. That's creepy. No, you a creep for that Burlington Coat Factory shirt. What you talking about?
No. Oh! What they doing now? She just smashed out one of the house windows now. What? Man. Stop playing. She is crazy. See, that's crazy. I told you what they be on. He must have got caught doing something he ain't supposed to be doing. Why you got your coat on, man? What are you doing? Don't worry about what I'm doing. And you talking about I'm nosy. At least I'm looking out the window.
He out there with a cop.
Smashed out the windows on this car. The neighbors out here fighting again. See, man, you play. Get out them folks' business, man. What you mean? They put this out here in the streets. So you telling me the red ones fit on the challenge? Yeah. Gotta be straight. Gotta be straight, and you won't find it.
Let me just go through the best.
Can I get a 10-piece chicken nugget with a large Coke and light ice, please?
All right, 10-piece nugget and a large Coke with light ice.
Yeah, and could you make that fresh, please?
And you want that made fresh?
Hey, you hear this motherfucker talking about you want it made fresh? Hold on.
Yes, sir. Everything will be made fresh to order. Just come around to the window.
Thank you. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Hey, yo, how many nuggets you got?
Made fresh to order. Just come around the window.
Could you make that
fresh, please? And you want that made fresh?
Hey, you hear this motherfucker talking about you want it made fresh? Hold on.
Yes, sir. Everything will be made fresh to order. Just come around to the window.
Thank you. Thank you, bro.
Thank you.
Hey, yo, how many nuggets you got left in there? Because I ain't dropping shit. Oh, 5 minutes. It's about 20 in here, but they all the real stale ones I was about to get ready to just throw away. Perfect. Put them all in there. He gonna think he getting hooked up. Okay, say less. I got you. That's my boy. All right. Okay, you already got your drink. Yeah, I got my drink. Gave you a 20-piece fresh to order. There you go. Thank you. You enjoy. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you.
Get that out of here. He said I gave you
a
20-piece.
Hit them lights. You see that night shift manager gonna make a big ass deal about the garbage. But if it ain't 3/4 of the way full, you ain't gotta change it. You don't even worry about it. Okay, cool. That's for they ass to do overnight. You know what I'm talking about? So you ain't really gotta trip over that. I mopped the floor earlier, so it's pretty much cool. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't gotta do too much out here. Right. You know what I'm talking about? Right, okay. You smoke. So this my bullshit ass baby mama gonna tell me to get my shit out the house, man. So that's what the fuck I got into, my PO and shit. So that's why I'm working here. Man, she told me I need to get a job. Why you here though? Well, I just pretty much need another job, man. It wasn't enough, man. I had a little ass apartment I couldn't take care of, so I straight up get something extra. Hold on. Frank, grab that one. I'm on break.
Initial third break.
Hey, break, man. Grab that one. Quit playing, man. God damn.
Cordell.
Break a whole ass motherfucker, man. Oh, here. Get some of that spray, man. Right. I can't spray that shit on you, man. I'll just do this last one, and I'll clock out. All right. How you doing? Welcome to Five Guys. How can I help you? Oh, yeah. Somebody suggested I come here. Then they told you to come to the right place. Okay, good. I've never been here before. What would you suggest? Oh, okay. You can just keep it simple. A double burger, bacon, large fry, and a drink. Would that probably do you good? All right, let's do that. Okay. All right. Anything else on the burger? No, nothing else on the burger. All right. How much is it? Probably about $10 or so. $10. No, not $10. It'd be $24, $22, and your left arm. My left arm. You playing, right? No, I wish I was joking. Your left arm. My left arm for real.
Yeah.
All right, and there you are. Thanks for coming. Appreciate you. Thank you.
They just keep
Peggy, it's the large iced coffee. It's over there. Peggy, come on now. Yo, excuse me. Can I add something? Excuse me? I want to know if I can add something. Hell no, bro. You can't add nothing. I let you sit at the damn speaker box for 25 minutes trying to figure out what you wanted. What makes you think you can go around? What you trying to add? I was just trying to add a Big Mac. Yo, you trying to add a fucking Big Mac at the window?
Right.
No. Fuck no, bro.
No.
You gotta go around. I got your food right here. Here, there go your food. Go around the building like everybody else, bro. How the fuck you gonna add a Big Mac at the window? I mean, shit, you flipping patties, the least you can do is add some shit to my order. You getting smart? You getting smart? Somebody come get this window. I gotta get out here. Yo. Yo, what's the word, bro? What you placing or picking up order? Oh yeah, I'm here to pick up. Okay, what's the last name? For D. Yo, G, how long we got in that order for D? He wanted them well done, so it'll be another 5 minutes. It'll be about another 5 minutes. You want your drink? No, I want my drink. I'm cool. I just get it. I get it when I get my food, bro. All right, cool. I'm gonna let you know it's done, bro. All right, and it'll be 15:46. 15. Thank you. Man, you gonna answer the phone? I mean, it's been ringing since I got here. I mean, I'm sure somebody probably trying to order something. No, I gotta ring 4 or 5 more times before I answer. You know what I'm saying? They really want to place an order, they gotta come in here. Probably the easiest way. Yeah, I mean, okay, I guess that's why you don't answer the phone when I call either. There you go, bro. Thanks, man. Hey, and start answering the phone, man. I shouldn't have to drive all the way over here just to order. That's crazy. How you doing? What can I start you with today? Yes, sir. You the one that always be hooking it up. Let me get burrito bowl.
Hey, Dex.
Extra chicken.
You need to be clocking out, buddy.
It's my time?
Yes, it is.
No, where you going, man?
What?
All right, what can I help you with? No, nope. I'm cool, bro. I'll just come back tomorrow. I can't get with it, man. You give the small portions. No, I cannot. I be giving the portions they tell us to give. They trained us to. When dude with the glasses work again? I think he worked Friday. Okay. Thank you. How you doing? What can I get you? Oh, yeah.
Hold on. Let's get another line other than the food.
Right? And your total was $19.72. All right, okay. Got that 20 for you. Okay, yeah. I got the change before you press the button. I got the 72 for you. Okay, 25. What? 50. What? 60. 70. 72. Yep. Yeah, that's it. Okay, all right, yeah. Here go your change, man. Yeah. Next time, just hand me the change, man. Just hand it to me. I got hands. I can reach out, and it'll be easier that way. I just was counting it out. I didn't mean to. Not a dog, okay? I ain't got to fetch your coins. Right. Come on, man. Okay. What's my order number? Oh, order number 12. Okay. Remo, I need you to make a special. Hey, excuse me. Excuse me. Look, I ain't trying to bother you. Oh, yeah. But I'm looking for the Scotch tape. I don't even know where it's at, man. I just started like a couple days ago. Okay, cool. No, that's cool. Yeah. I'll go see if I can find somebody else. Sorry about that, man. Hey, excuse me.
Right.
Hey, excuse me. Oh, how you doing? Yeah, I ain't mean to bother you, man. I done already stopped somebody and I got ignored by somebody. I'm just looking for something in the store. I ain't want to be... Right. You want, you know what I'm saying? So you won't have to be running around looking for it yourself. I get it. I understand. What can I help you with? What are you looking for? I'm looking for the Scotch tape. Do you know where that is? Well, no, I don't know, man. I just started like a couple days ago. All right, man.
Right.
All right.
I'm out.
Hey, y'all open?
Right.
No, I'm standing here with an apron on because I think this shit fly. You ain't even have to get smart.
Smart, right. Ain't nobody.
Oh yeah, what you need here? Let me just get a pepperoni. Okay, just a single pep. That's $6.99. All right, here go your receipt. Thank you.
Then you about to stand there for another 30 minutes.
Is he the only one working?
On a single
yeah, I think he is the only one. Hey, bro, you the only one working? Yeah, I'm the only one here. It'll be just a minute. I might have to just leave. It's supposed to be damn hot and ready. All right, there you go. Thank you. Can I get some crazy sauce too, bro? Oh yeah, I'll throw that in for you, bro. You ain't even gotta pay. You missed a spot over there. Oh, shut up. I think we got one. Answer it. Answer it.
Hello?
Welcome to Arby's. How can I help you?
Arby's? God damn it, young blood. I thought this was McDonald's. I was trying to get me a Big Mac and a large fry.
Answer it. Answer it.
Hello?
Welcome to Arby's. How can I help you?
Arby's? God damn it, young blood. I thought this was McDonald's. I was trying to get me a Big Mac and a large fry. Fuck it. All right.
You ain't gonna never get no damn customers, man. Hey, man, no. His ass gonna cry in the car. Hey, D, what are you doing? Everybody else's work? Oh, no, I'm just getting this garbage. Oh, no, we don't worry about that. We just leave all that for second shift. Yeah, second shift will take care of it. Right. Hey, what you doing, D? No, I'm just trying to wash these dishes. No, man, you just leave that. You leave it for second shift. Second shift will take care of it. All right. What are you doing, man? You trying to make it so that second shift has nothing to do? I'm just mopping the floor. No, man, you don't do that. You leave it for second shift. Garbage, second shift. Dishes, second shift. Mopping the floor, second shift. Okay. D, I'm sorry to bother you, man. But I was wondering, I know we haven't really seen eye to eye about pretty much anything, you know, with the time clocks and the Mr. Willie stuff. Right. Yeah, we had that little issue. But I was wondering, my grandmother's funeral. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Thank you, man. Sorry for your loss. Yeah, my grandmother's funeral is on Saturday. Sorry. I was wondering, my grandmother's funeral. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Thank you, man. Sorry for your loss. Yeah, my grandmother's funeral is on Saturday, and they got me working a double. I was wondering if you would switch shifts with me just for one day so I'd be able to attend the memorial service. So, Saturday? Yeah, this Saturday. What time? The ceremony is at 11, but the shift starts at 10. Okay. No. I don't want to do that. Yeah. No, wait. No. I don't want to do that. No, wait, hold on, wait, hold on. But like, what's the reason? I mean, really ain't got no reason. I just don't want to. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all the reason I need.
That's all the reason I need.
So I guess I'm not gonna get to see my Nana buried. Tell Nana I said sorry, I couldn't do it. Yo, the management sent me back here to get trained by you working in the grill. I usually work out front. Hey man, you know how to do this? Nah, I ain't never done this back here. I said I usually work out front. They sent you back. You ain't never done this before. Alright, man. Man, you gotta grab the buns from down here. You slide them down, man, and you then boom, catch up, mustard, onion, 2 pickles, patty, cheese, and you good. You know what I'm saying? Can you do that? That sounds easy enough. Can you do that? Yeah, I think I can. Can't be they be sending these people over here, don't know what they doing. What you say? No, I was just saying, if you ain't never done this, why they sending you back here to train with me? You ain't never done it. They sent me in here to get trained by you because obviously you know what you doing. But you acting like you woke up on the wrong side of the bed like I did something to you. You don't even know me. I work out in the front. Anyway, since you don't know me, I'm going to let you know that I do not need this job. And I will not hesitate to take this shirt off and whoop your ass in the parking lot. Because this much money an hour is not that important to me. So you can either teach me how to make these patties, or you can catch this fade in the parking lot. I'm probably going to go talk to the manager. Yeah, I'm going to go talk to the manager. You see right here, and this is the lobby. This is kind of be your domain. You know what I'm saying? You want to make sure that garbage is changed out over there. You want to make sure it's all
right.
Swept and mopped real good. Make sure you wipe off the tables real good and everything like
this
that.
This doesn't happen to me.
Yeah. You got any questions? No, I ain't got no questions. Okay, cool. I'm going to take a little smoke break. Okay.
It'd be like, bruh.
You don't smoke? No, I don't smoke. Yeah, I don't. Good. I don't mess with that. You should fuck up your lungs. You don't want to do none of that. Let me get back to work. Come on. Okay. All right. See, now this is the kitchen. Dishes need to be done before second shift gets in here. We're not doing none of that leaving for second shift shit around here. Okay, and my last job, that's how they wanted us to do it. Wait for second shift, okay? You're going to take care of it. Yeah, I'll take care of it. Once you get the dishes washed, you take all the garbage out back. Okay? It's pretty simple. You got any questions? No, I ain't got no questions. All right, I'm going to take a smoke break.
Right.
Another one? Okay. And this is our second time out here in like 20 minutes. They just let you come out here and, smoke. No, this is kind of where I clear my head. Every time I get a chance, to just take a couple puffs, think about life. Where the hell I went wrong. Yeah, get back to work. Come on.
Yeah.
Excuse me, bro. You Lazantre? Oh, yeah, that's me. What's going on, bro? You the new hire? Yeah, I'm the new hire. Okay, you ever worked in the kitchen like this? No, I ain't never worked in no kitchen like this before. This is my first time. Okay. Well, I'm just keeping 100 with you. I kind of run this shit back here. You know what I'm saying? Okay. None of them up in the front tell me nothing. When we in this grill area, it's my shit. They can't tell me nothing. But, you know what I'm saying? Low key, I really don't even need to be here. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm really checking the bag out in these streets. Okay, you get money in these streets. Okay, I'm only here because my PO want me here. That's the only reason I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Sandra told me really not to listen to you too much, just a little bit of stuff, and to ask her if I really needed some help. Sandra said that? Yeah, that's what she said. Man, look, don't listen to that, bro. I mean, she don't know nothing. She been for 5 years. She only managed you. Okay? She don't know nothing, man. Listen to me, you gonna go far. You listen to people out in the front, you ain't gonna go nowhere. And that's just being 100. Okay? Let me show you how to do this garbage and shit, though. Because first shift left it for us, but you know we gotta leave that shit for third shift. Okay, we leave it for third shift.
Third shift.
What the fuck you want? Well, damn, I guess I was trying to order some chicken. Okay, but before you order, I want to let you know we ain't got no legs, no thighs, no breasts, no wings, no tenders, no biscuits, no honey, no hot sauce, and we just ran out of ice. What? So if you ain't got, what can I?
Bubba, what's up?
How many shrimp we got back there?
If I finesse it, we got a good 4-piece back here.
He said finesse it.
You can order a 4-piece shrimp and a large order of napkins.
How?
4-piece shrimp.
You gonna tell me what I can order?
How come y'all one of the only chicken places that never have chicken? It hasn't been a time I've come here where you've had a full menu. Why is that? No, we just ain't got it. We just ain't got it. Now, if you're trying to fight, you can meet me outside. I ain't think so. You know what? Forget it. I'm cool, brother. Make
All
sure
right,
you
y'all.
drop 8 of
This
them
the last
patties.
one.
Just drop 8. How can I help you? Yeah, how you doing? Let me get a, hold on for 1 second. Yo, John, I'm at the front counter. Can you take care of that? Yeah, I'm at the front counter. I'm sorry. What did you want again? I'm just trying to get 2 McChickens. Okay, it's 2 McChickens. That'd be $2.14. Yep, there you go. Thank you. I'll be right back with your order. And there you are. Thank you. Yo, bro. Yeah. I ordered 2 McChickens. There's 2 fries in here. Okay, you got a receipt? A receipt?
What?
I mean, you just gave me this. I just ordered this. I know, but you got to have a receipt so I can know. I didn't need a receipt. If you have a receipt, I can know what we're supposed to make, and then we can get that to you. You don't have a receipt, it's gonna make that kind of hard. You just bought the receipt up and threw it in the garbage. You just did that. Well, you took a couple steps, so I'm not even, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what could have happened in that time period. You could have took a burger out the bag, slipped it to somebody.
Oh.
Man, do it look like I'm slipping burger patties to people? Man, y'all gonna replace this order, man. Here. Man, y'all gonna replace that.
Come here.
Yeah. And you ain't gotta be doing all that mumbling. You ain't gotta be doing all that mumbling. There you go. Yeah, goddamn food, man.
All right. So the reason I played him is because he got these skits where he talking about, just like I said, like I showed the people on podcasts how they be talking. And when I see people talking about, it's hard for me to do Finance Friday in its natural state of just saying we talking about making some money or being rich or assets and liabilities. And the only reason is because it's a game. And when you start talking about it, that's when you see the game. And if you just out here living, you might not necessarily see the game or be able to step outside of the game. But when you're talking and when you're in theory and when you're in thought, you can step outside of the game as much as you want to. And this is what I mean. When you actually gotta eat, you need some money, or you need to go outside and pick some of those fruits and veggies, or slaughter something so you can eat, or bake some bread, do something. You see what I'm saying? Or you need to get you some money so you can go get something to eat. So in theory, you can be like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna plant this for the next season and next harvest. But what are you doing today? And so it's hard to step outside the game, outside of theory. And the game is wealth. Because sure, you can be wealthy within your family structure. Like your relationships could be very healthy and you can feel like you have a lot of wealth with that. But, so it's a game. And when you hear people talk about how to get better at the game, it just throw me for a loop. So that's why I played him. We'll come up with something new, if we need to, for Finance Fridays. For right now, we're going to keep it rolling on how it's been. This is another episode of Expansion Pack. I'm your host, Dan F. Man. This is DGTA TV. Hope y'all got something out of this episode, even if it's just my guy, Devarion Jarvell. Alright. Anytime one of his videos come up on Instagram, I stop and I watch it. Unless I don't have the time. Alright, y'all. I'll see y'all next week. We up out of here. Y'all help me get these last 11 hours this weekend for my 24-hour stream. But in the meantime, peace. I'll holla at y'all. See y'all next week on Monday for Expansion Pack. We be back.